is a legend of war. A soldier without a country. You know his name. And you know what he's capable of.
I was told it might be possible to rent your boat. We need to get upriver.
Where?
Into Burma.
Burma's a war zone.
Up the Salween River is our best alternative.
I can't help you out.
Please, that will help change people's lives.
Are you bringing in any weapons?
Of course not.
You're not changing anything. What happened?
Well, no one knows.
You know what you are, what you're made of.
King Cobra and not Speeding Cobra. And we cannot obey and to show with the Speeding Cobra.
War is in your blood. When you're pushed, killing's as easy as breathing. Live for nothing. Or die for something. Your call.
Key numbers in the NFL are 3, 7, 10, and 14.
You know how we do in Detroit, son? We do nothing but win.
Ready
I'm ready.
to bite some kneecaps. Ah!
Who's got it better than we do?
Nobody. It's a close game.
The Taylor Heineke life. Yeah.
I love this pick. Tampa has been overrated all season long, and the people who make the books are still on this. They got blown out by Blake Purdy. Can Justin Jefferson be stopped? I don't know.
If you want to be part of the show. Hey, Tinker's a Bills fan, though, so.
He is a Bills fan. Josh Allen's a boyfriend. The spread's the way to go. You just have to know how to bet it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Math versus. There we go. We're going this way. There he is. Smash.
I think everybody, I am in the 99th percentile of ESPN pick'em. I think everybody just needs to admit they don't know who's good in the NFL. I think everybody in the world just needs to admit that. I'm in the 99th percentile of picking winners.
Well, you should be betting money line every week then.
That's the only thing making money for me anymore. That's it.
Better
Like-
up your unit, Smash. I want $100 money line bets on every
$100 money. I would be making so much money if I actually laid that. Like 99th percentile. I've only missed money line, I think 19 games on the season, and I can't tell you which teams are great in the NFL. I'm not sure we have any great teams. You and I were talking about before the show. I'm not sure there are any great teams in the NFL this year.
I think it's rather situational, which I think is what we're finding out. I was trying to find my.
It's almost like college football where it's like matchup related, like
and distance related.
Like it's wild.
West Coast travel is still very, very tough on teams. This was only the second week that the home teams did not go over 500 or over 500.
I'm
94th percentile in college pick'em. I'm
only 82%.
I'm doing the wrong show is what's currently happening.
I'm only 82nd percentile right now in college football because
I'm like 75, 80 in regular, obviously based on performance. But last week was a good week. Actually, Mao went 3-1 last week. After some pretty subpar weeks, so it wasn't very telltale on giving us a lot of games, but it did at least give us winners this week, and I think it tuned us in a little bit.
Ryan, the Bears and Vikings are not the new sheriffs in town. They're not the new. There are no sheriffs. Nobody's at the wheel.
No one's a sheriff. Wait till you see JJ next week. He'll be
like the Vikings had no business winning that game with a grand total of 270 yards of offense. Talk about not playing complementary football. The Lions, special teams, and the offense laid a complete egg.
There's some bad special teams across the NFL. The Chargers almost lost to the Titans.
3 kicks returned for touchdowns, including Ryan's own Bears gave up a ridiculous return against the Bengals.
I will say Harbaugh giving up as much bad things that happened in the Chargers game was
that game was wild.
Luckily, Titans are bad enough to lose to anyone, but that didn't give me a lot of confidence in the Chargers.
One on the road in Chicago. There are no sheriffs in the NFC North. There's nobody at the tiller. The Packers have a just inept offense. The Lions are week to week. I'm not calling them a great team anymore. They're merely good.
You want to know why Minnesota won? You want to know why they won?
Uh-oh.
Can Justin Jefferson be stopped? I don't know.
But that's just it. He didn't actually do that much. He caught a touchdown.
But he did enough.
But
that's what it is. It's like he's a good enough player that in a tight game he can get you a touchdown. I think only he would have caught that touchdown. It was a great touchdown. Here's what we talk about with the Lions that I think is like it's an embarrassment of riches, but it is something we don't have, and it's I think it's also why you can't complete long completions. Why the 3rd and 10 is very difficult.
They are 1-24 on the season on 3rd and 10 plus.
They have no size at receiver, right? They have no one to stretch the outside boundary.
I don't think
really
John
hard
Morgan
to
is thinking outside of the box enough to get the ball to Isaac Tesla. Now, everybody else is calling for him to get the play calling taken. I'm not calling for that at all. I don't think. Actually, Jared Goff's numbers with Morton are better than every other coach he's had. Okay, so that's not what I'm calling for. But what I am calling for is a little bit of creativity in getting him involved in the game because you're right. JMO, no size. Amon-Ra, no size. I guess you could say at tight end with Laporta, but they're not a great team. They're just not a great team. They don't play complementary football and defense with the pass rush, and it's just a fact. I don't think there are any great teams in the NFL. Every team is suspect. The Chiefs proved they're suspect. They couldn't move the ball deep when they had to against the Bills, which is a bad defense. The Bills have a suspect defense. It's not like the Chiefs struggled to move the ball against them. The Steelers are 1 week look like they could beat the world. The next week they can't. The Eagles are the most dysfunctional team in the NFL, probably. Like the Colts laid an egg against the Steelers. The Seahawks haven't played.
Hey, hold on. We will get into the Colts. There is controversy with Seth that might have created this problem.
You think Seth starts with Seth?
All right. Okay, so we can start with the Colts game when we go in because I want to start with this. All right, we're going to start with Seth to get us into the game.
You want to go Colts and come back to Las Vegas? Okay.
Yeah. So him and hit Colts first because I want you to see what they had cooking for the Steelers.
Tonight, this is our Colts, this is our team, we bleed blue. This is our Colts, whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Steelers, let's break Rodgers back. This is our team, go Colts.
That's brutal.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Someone might have went a little too far there.
Now I go that far every week. You know.
Hold on. So far that Seth has gotten comments and had to have a response. So I want Seth to be able to respond so people don't judge him. So I got Seth's response here as well.
Hey guys, Seth here. I just want to address something that I have gotten comments about from today's Colts Anthem video. I just want to set the record straight. I do not want Aaron Rodgers to get hurt. I do not condone violence. We were just being savage just to be fun. Sorry if it came in the wrong, if you guys took it the wrong way. But go Colts. Hope you guys understand I was just being savage. Didn't want to promote violence like that. So I appreciate your understanding, and I hope you guys are still fans of me. Love you guys, and go Colts.
Lean into it, dude. Why are you backing down? No. Yeah, I want Aaron Rodgers out of the NFL. Just say it.
It's like he said, though. He was just being savage. Like, sometimes he's savage.
I use gross.
Think about the things that Smash says on game day.
Oh, I use gross overstatement all the time. All the time I do. But here's the thing. Don't back down. Don't apologize. Like
just being savage with the boys.
I didn't like gross overstatement is something that people take way too seriously. And I don't apologize. Don't apologize for being a fan. Forget Rodgers. Yeah,
you know why they didn't win though.
How about that?
I
do. I hope
never
Aaron
had
Rodgers.
a chance.
Oh, mama, I can hear you crying. You're so scared and all alone.
No. Black freaking magic. No, don't apologize to anybody ever. No, don't apologize. Here's the thing. You're not sorry. You're not sorry. And I wouldn't be either. I'm not sorry. No. And I 100% cheer against Aaron Rodgers every week. And yeah, I want to see him break his ACL again. Yeah, I do. Dude, break his back. Go ahead, Colts. Like, I don't apologize for that. It's a brutal game. To quote one mustache, oh, that's so terrible. What a shame. He is probably legitimately sick. You're probably right. He probably is. He seems like a nice guy. I'm not.
Seth's nicer than we are, but Seth,
when it comes to football, I'm not. Nope. No, there are players.
Football, we have your back. We all say things that we believe in. Like, it's a battle. It's a violent battle, Seth, and we understand what happens in the heat of the moment.
When players get hurt, I say on the other team, I say, "Oh, what a shame."
You ever been in the bottom of the pile? You know that player is doing the same shit to you.
Oh yeah, that's the other part. Like, don't forget, like we both played offense. I played offensive line until my junior year. You played offensive line all the way through. Man, at the bottom of that pile, you saw it. It's Sewell during the Minnesota game. Somebody poked him in the eye. Like, it happens. And you know what, Seth? Just for you, because it's easy. There you go, buddy.
See, right, this is where I think it's extremely situational in the NFL. The Colts are the Colts at home? Oh, wait, I might have this.
Yeah, it's at the Colts.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So in that case, yeah, I have that flipped. My bad. Yeah, I mean, Indianapolis should be able to take care of this at home. It's away, I just think for them is bad. And I think it's bad for anyone, especially when they've traveled far distances. They just don't seem to travel as well. Daniel Jones doesn't seem to travel that well for whatever reason.
My thing is like, until the Colts prove they can beat a good team, I'm not going to bet them against a good team.
That's really it. It's just they just have such an easy schedule. It's like you can't be that like
Daniel Jones turned into kind of a pumpkin last week. So
5 turnovers?
4, I thought. It might have been 5. I didn't like, but he even zoomed in on his face on NFL memes and like they were like, "Hey, Giants fans recognize this face," and he looked like he was pissing himself. Which is weird because the Steelers defense has stopped nobody. Like
dude, they were on fire this week though.
Don't forget, TJ Watt still good. So I mean, like
again, that's the NFL. Like, how do you? It's
now it stands for not good for long.
Not good for not dominant for long. That's what it means.
With the other Thursday night game, like, I mean, I don't want to bet 10 points, but do I?
I do feel a little bit afraid betting against Atlanta. They just show up the worst times for me, and it really pisses me off.
They can't beat a good team. Like
Indy has to win though, truly Indy's all in, right? Like that Sauce Gardner trade was not nothing. Like they overpaid. There's no doubt about it. But if they win a Super Bowl,
I don't think they overpaid. They got a shutdown corner. We've seen
they have
for the
3
Lions.
Good corners now.
The Lions have spent 2 first-round draft picks on 2 absolute bust corners. You're telling me you already have a proven person. You're not going to wager. And we talked about this. Like the Lions should have been in on the trade market and they just weren't, which is bizarre. 2 first-round draft picks for an NFL Rookie of the Year who is a proven shutdown corner. Sure. I think that draft picks are just a crapshoot, man. Like, and I don't think you can find a Sauce Gardner every year. I don't. Good for the Colts. They didn't pay Micah Parsons money.
No, they didn't have to pay. Like Sauce isn't that highly paid. They got a good situation there. 2 first rounds. I mean, if they end up in the playoffs in the next 2 years, which Daniel Jones is going to be their quarterback for the next 2 years because you don't give up 2 first rounders if you need a quarterback.
And they clearly believe in him, and so Taylor's going to keep on tailoring.
Taylor's got at least 2 good seasons probably left in him in some way. He'll probably get hurt somewhere along the way, but
I think that at 6.5 for the Colts at home, yeah, they win this by more than a touchdown.
I say 7.5 is probably the number there you want to hold up, but man, Atlanta's offense just shows up. Like I could just see the over being in play there.
It is only at 48.5.
I definitely think you can score 50 in that game if Atlanta's
or that Falcons get completely shut down. Like
where did Drake London come from last week? Right? What the hell? Atlanta's like that team.
But question marks. There's nothing but question marks this year.
Do you think it's coaching? Do you think coaching in the NFL is inconsistent right now?
I think the Lions, I mean, even Campbell said it. He was like, I didn't have him prepared, and he owned it. And he's not going to say that unless he truly believes that's the case. I don't know if he went too soft on him or what it was, or they were looking past Minnesota. So yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, like you only have 4 premier coaches in the entire NFL.
It's tricky from the defensive side of the ball because you cannot prepare for JJ McCarthy because you didn't know who he was going to be. I guess you could have just used that one.
He really didn't do that much. I mean, that's the other part. But I will say this, the Lions, the big limitation it shows, every other team in the NFL that thrives has some level of RPO involved in their game, and the Lions have 0. They have no RPO in their game whatsoever. And there was twice that JJ McCarthy just being mobile opened up something on defense. That touchdown at Hawkinson was wide open. It came because it was an RPO. He held the ball really long and the safety bit forward all the way into the box. And Hawkinson slipped right past the safety. McCarthy pulls it, rolls to the right, and then just drops him off to him in the end zone. And like that part of the game right now is not present for them. And so any team that has that, which is pretty much every team that's successful, any team that has that, you got a leg up on the opposition, whether you're talking about Mahomes, you're talking about Josh Allen, even Daniel Jones has legs. Like, if you have a quarterback that doesn't have legs, yeah, I think that coaching is a huge part of that because you have a limitation. You don't have that as part of your game plan at all.
Yeah, but your game plan always stays on schedule, right? That's the one advantage. But I guess if your game plan isn't good, then you can't deviate as much as a team with someone who has more. You can always run the ball more with, well, not Jaden Daniels, RIP, but you know what I mean? Like, if you have a running quarterback, you can always tell them to run more if you need to.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Jaden Daniels the rest of the season. There's no way. That elbow injury, he might be.
Yeah.
It was all the way backwards, man.
A lot to deal with. Now, this game,
do I want to lay 10?
I got it at 9. Denver at home, though, probably should get maybe a little bit more. Maybe Las Vegas should get a little bit less. Who's quarterback for Vegas now?
It was Geno last week.
Was it still Geno?
Yeah, he was in. The Raiders are just a bad football team. Just the question is whether the Broncos can play the first half of the game, right? Again, a good team with a lot of question marks. Can they play a first half of ball? Like,
yeah, like I love the Broncos when they're like plus 2.5 against a good team. Right. I just think they're good at beating teams. I just don't know if they're good at covering 9.5 point spreads with Bo Nix. Now, the defense could completely shut them out and they could do it 10-0.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is like a good case where you see the Broncos win 20-7. Like,
yeah,
cheap 8.5 Vegas.
So he's saying like a cheap 8.5 is probably like minus 130. Like so they don't show it on the main page if it's over 120. So your even odds are as even as humanly possible here. So you have the Raiders who are juiced at this point. They're saying they're going to give you you're going to have to pay extra for your 9.5 with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Which means it's leaning to the Raiders, and it might even lean as much as back to 9. So you want to get the 9.5 now if you like that number.
I'm gonna take the 9.5 for the Broncos. And I gotta imagine. Here's the other part: if the Broncos can't.
Oh, sorry, reversed. Yeah. I reversed that. He has 8.5, which means he's taking more risk to get a better number. So instead of minus 115, he got 105 for 10 cents. My bad. I reversed that. Regardless,
I think the Broncos, if they can't win this game by 10 points, there's no way they hold on to the lead in their conference. There's no way.
I do like that they're home and covering the spread. I mean, obviously the spread would be less away, even in Vegas, but like
there's not a huge. It's not a huge trip to go from Denver to Vegas, but.
Well, Vegas coming to Denver is always a big deal because of the altitude.
That's the part of the altitude.
I never thought that was a thing until I actually walked around the Mile High City. And let me tell you, Red Rocks like knocked it out of me, and I've never been knocked out by a 1.5-mile hike in my life. So yeah, I believe that some players are affected by that, which is why I can always give Denver maybe an extra point in home field advantage just from that side. Now Vegas probably adjusts to it better than most because they play in it twice a year or more often than others, but even so.
After watching the Texans defense last week, I like this number all day. Like, the Texans defense is great. I mean, it's great.
I got it too, but I just don't know if they can win. Like, their offense just doesn't inspire confidence in anything.
No, and CJ Stroud is banged up, but like I don't think it's gonna matter. The Jacksonville offense, especially like
I don't think Stroud will play this week. He's in concussion protocol.
Can we be over with the Trevor Lawrence experiment already? Because he's a bad quarterback.
They won, and now he has Jacoby Myers. So
I don't care that they won, and Jacoby Myers isn't going to do anything for this offense. The only
Yes, he
reason
is. He's gonna open it up.
No, he's not going to open a thing up. And
Duval.
no, there's no way. No,
I think there's always value in betting against a team that generally loses games. Houston Texans lose games a lot, and Mills is probably going to be the quarterback. Do we really think that Mills Mafia should be favored against anybody?
yeah, because that's how bad the Jaguars offense is. Like, this defense is going to absolutely shut everything that the Jaguars have done. You know what? Play it. Play the clip.
Jaguars picks, they say they have the best draft in the entire NFL. Are you surprised to hear that?
Certainly not. The first year we took it to the limit. And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
It's been 20 years.
That's Trevor Lawrence in 2 years.
You can't let a newcomer come in and.
Oh my God! No, the
steal
Texans
the
are.
show.
I don't care about the offensive side of the ball. They're going to run the ball enough to make it matter. They're going to win by more than a field goal. Like,
But okay, yes, the Jaguars have also been losing games for a lot their whole lives outside of my favorite quarterback ever,
Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles. But
and the only actual good quarterback they ever had.
the Texans are 3-5. So if I bet money line against them every single time, pretty sure I'd be winning money right now. So Jacksonville getting any team that's under 500 getting value outside of Baltimore, I'm going to bet the money line against them most often.
This is my lock of the week. Texans cover this.
This is your Stone Cold lock.
This
is called Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and this is my Stone Cold lock of the century. I'm not allowed to say the name because someone copyrighted it.
The Houston Texans defense is the real deal, and they are going to absolutely swarm this pitiful, inept, terrible offense.
I'm never going to bet plus or minus.
They don't
money
have
on-
any injuries on defense. The only reason they've been losing games this season is because their offense.
Okay, so they kick it to the 25. David Mills throws an interception. They're at the 30. Kick a field goal from the 30. They're up 3-0. They win. Boom. Bada bing, we're done.
I don't think so.
We're out of here. All we have to do then is just have, Travis Etienne run the ball out.
He's not going to find any space to run in this game. I am going to make Ryan Madden this. I think the Giants win this game.
I think you're a little silly.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't like. They fought tooth and nail last week with, honestly, very little to play for. Jackson Dart already looks better than most quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's playing with a level of moxie that I really, really love. I think the Bears dropped the ball. They should have lost against the Bengals. They should have. Joe Flacco, like, wow, 470 yards, I think. Do you think that? Yeah, but I gotta believe that first of all, I'm shocked the Bears are only 3.5 point favorites. I'm shocked about that. I don't like the over in this case because I think if the Giants win, we're not going to hit 48.5 points. Like I don't like the over. Otherwise, that I'd be betting that. The Giants are scrappy. It doesn't matter that it's at Chicago because the Meadowlands is the worst field in the entire NFL. But I don't think the Bears got it in them to hold off a team like the Giants. Because if the Bengals could play any defense at all, the Chicago Bears would have lost last week.
Yeah, but they can't. And the Giants defense isn't very good either. And they gave it their all last week and still lost by 10. So I think they could very easily lose by more than a touchdown or more than a field goal to the Bears, who have a much better offense.
I don't think their offense is that much better. Like I don't think their offense is that much better. Giants will handle this. I'm picking the Giants this week. It's the first time I think I picked them all season.
I'm not like overly confident in the Chicago Bears at all because I think Caleb Williams can lay an egg any week. But the model does say that the Bears are just a better team and they should be able to cover this.
They are. That's the other part. The Bears. You're not wrong. The Bears have a better offense. It's better, just not that much better. The difference is going to be like, I don't think the Bears can continue to win 48-45 in the NFL or whatever the hell the last score was. I stuck a fork in them. They had 35 seconds left, and I was like, oh, they're done. And then suddenly somebody texted me, like, Bears ended up winning. I was like, wait, what?
Like I said, explosive offense. Ben Johnson, we've seen it before. Dude comes up with a lot of stuff.
Sure. I just think I think the Giants win this game. They control the clock, win this game, and the Bears don't put up that many points.
Maybe at the Meadowlands, but not at Soldier Field. No siree.
I like this game at Daily, though. I bet you can get Dart for like 5,600. The Bears defense gave up a ton of yardage.
The one thing you might get an advantage is if the weather's cold, people might shy away from the outdoor games, and in that case, you might get a little bit more.
I have so many questions with this game.
It depends on who shows up on both sides. Let's see. Because now JJ McCarthy's on tape, right?
Yeah.
3.5. I mean, I make it 3. Honestly, yeah. I make this kind of the other way around, but my Baltimore number is low.
I take it here just because I got to believe that Lamar's on a mission. But like, if the Vikings win this game, I wouldn't be surprised just because the Ravens defense is bad. But they've been better the past 2 weeks. I mean, the Ravens defense look great the past 2 weeks. So who knows? Like, I just think I'm going to bet Lamar. I'm going to bet Lamar to win because it's Lamar. Like, that's fair.
Yeah, but he's got to win by margin, right? Like, you get a field goal.
I'm not betting the spread. I think Lamar wins. I'm just.
So you're betting the money line. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get here. And if Minnesota, okay, so this is where modeling becomes very difficult, right? All right, so we run into the situation where I go, okay, I got to knock the Lions down a peg because obviously they laid an egg at home. They're susceptible to not
home.
They're susceptible to not being a great team, which means they can't beat any team at home, which means then I have to knock them down a peg.
Ryan's trolling us.
Fair. This is completely fair. Yes, fair enough. Easy. But okay, easy. No. But all right, sorry. So now Minnesota now rated at the same level as the Lions because they beat them on the road?
I know. Because if
Minnesota is rated at the same level as the Lions, then how are they 4.5-point dogs at home to anybody when the Lions beat the Baltimore Ravens straight up?
The other part is I got to imagine that Derrick Henry is going to run all over a defense that has been suspect all season. I don't know how Jahmyr Gibbs didn't find purchase against this defense.
Or just shut down the best
NFL
running game in the NFL, right? I mean, like, okay, I think this is completely opposite. And I think it just, like, in my head, from a modeling perspective, I don't know how the Baltimore Ravens come into this. I mean, I guess no one's betting it, so I'm probably wrong. Probably on, as an old podcast would say, Moron Island. But like, I just think, God, I think Minnesota should win this game. Like, I anticipate that Minnesota should win this game.
They're not going to. There's no way. Lamar is on a mission. They need.
I know the ping pong table is out. I get it. They took out the ping pong table. They took out the N64. There's no more. There's no more Smash Brothers in the Ravens locker room. Okay, I get it. I just think transitive property. Minnesota wins this game.
It's a different Ravens team. It's a different Ravens team the past 2 weeks.
I guess we'll see. The model. I'm not head to head.
You want to head to head with me?
I don't have any faith in JJ McCarthy. I didn't have faith in him when he was at Michigan. I had faith in the defense, and I still do.
WTF. All day. Actually, forget that. So I can get the extra bonus.
So actually, I think the Jets were a favorite in this game until the Sauce trade.
You think that matters against the Cleveland Browns?
I think it matters in the sense that it throws up a towel, right?
No, I didn't like that. They're gonna shut down the offense. Like that. I gotta believe that not trading Breece Hall means he's gonna be a big factor in the offense. The Browns can't move the ball at all. Justin Fields looked better last week.
See, I had the same bet. Like Ryan and I was on this line too. The Browns were +2 yesterday. That's when I said wrong team favored. Because are we giving the Jets anything for home field advantage? The Jets suck. The Jets fans don't like the Jets. Like, so all right, if I take home, because like I try to figure out the weeks when home field advantage doesn't end up winning, what the issue is. And it's generally bad teams at home. And giving them that extra 2 to 3 points is probably not fair in the sense that bad teams generally don't have a home field advantage.
I don't care about the home field. I just think that the Browns are a worse team than the Jets, despite the record.
I mean, I think the Jets don't have an interior defensive lineman anymore. Like, why can't Judkins just run down their throat all game?
Quinnen Williams is still there.
No, he got traded.
When did he get traded?
Didn't he get traded?
If he did, I missed it.
Hold on. Where's the Schefter tweet? Hold on.
If he did, I guess that matters some. I just don't think the Browns are a worse team than the Jets, even without Quinnen Williams.
Do give us a little bit of grace here, team. Obviously, it's the trade deadline, and obviously, it's a day ahead for us, so we don't know everything. So, all right, Logan Wilson was traded to.
Oh, he got traded to the
Cowboys. The Cowboys got rid of their best defensive lineman to then trade a first and a second for a defensive lineman.
And honestly, the best defensive tackle in the NFL. Let's be honest.
Okay, but they had the best defensive end in the NFL.
Arguably.
Man, how are you going to make a video about peeing on somebody?
But, they came out ahead with an extra first-round pick from Green Bay.
Okay,
okay, that's good, but I still think the Jets win this game.
So they lose their 2 best defenders, and they're going to beat Cleveland.
Yes.
All right, but Cleveland's defense is pretty good too.
Sure, but they make their bones.
Like Myles Garrett might just sack Justin Fields 10 times.
No.
Or Justin Fields 5 times, and then Tyrod Taylor's ghost.
Tyrod Taylor comes at the half. I mean, let's be honest. We're quibbling about a game between two, a grand total of 3 wins between these two teams. 2 wins.
Hold on. ESPN depth chart. Who's their third? They don't have a third-string quarterback on the roster. Tyrod Taylor is questionable. Who is going to play quarterback for the New York Jets?
They're gonna call up White. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna call him up, Mike White.
Geyer had twisted like a disco ball, man. I hope the Iceman Mike White comes in. Then I would bet the Jets.
We're apart on the Browns and Jets. I just think the Browns are a worse football team.
Do you know who could save the Jets season?
Who?
Jameis Winston.
You think Jameis Winston could save everybody's season? Oh my God.
Because he could.
You know, the one team that could use him is the Saints.
All right, so there is a little thing in.
Can I get some credit from last week saying the Panthers could beat the Packers? Can I get some credit for saying that?
Their run offense is very good. I was looking for one thing.
Rico Dowdle has turned into a real running back. I won money on Rico Dowdle in fantasy last week.
The Jets
100% save every team season. Oh my God, him and some crawfish.
The crawfish, dude. He could save any season.
I don't like the spread, but I'm taking the money line with the Panthers. That's a wide spread for a bad football team versus a bad football team, right? But it is at the Panthers, and I'm going to give them credit for the win.
I think the Jets got a new receiver. Yeah, they got A.D. Mitchell out of out of the Dallas deal. You might or not from Dallas. Where they got him from? Oh, sorry, the Colts.
Oh, like big deal.
But I'm saying from the perspective of like fantasy, the Colts, like he was a good wide receiver. The Colts just didn't have room for him. Especially with Pierce coming up as such a like more dominant receiver. So I think AD Mitchell might be a steal in some fantasy leagues if you really need some.
Week one with the team, you really think so? I don't know, man.
I mean, the Jets are terrible, but I mean, I'm just saying it. They're going to be behind in every game. There's only so many. They got to get some targets. So
I like the Panthers to win this game outright. I don't like the spread just because it is two bad football teams.
Once again, transitive property. If Carolina beats Green Bay,
they should be able to beat the Saints, right?
They should be rated at least at the same level as what I currently rate Green Bay, which is an upper tier team, not the highest tier, but an upper to low to mid tier team in the NFC. So, like, I make it as much bigger. Like, I think Carolina could blow out New Orleans. They're not at home.
Defense is still playing real tough, though, like for whatever reason.
So Rico Dowd could run for 200 yards on them.
I mean, maybe. I like the money line. We're both on the Panthers. We're both
Carolina just covered this. Wouldn't have covered. Okay, was it 13-16? Sorry, I missed the final score.
It was 16 to 18 to 15.
They wouldn't have covered against the Packers, but they nearly would have covered this number against the Packers. You're telling me they can't score another touchdown against the Saints?
There's just too many question marks.
That's fair. 250 is just, I mean, in a parlay, the 250 is fine. But I mean, if you're betting this straight up, I think you're good to 7. You might even be good to 6, or I mean, good to 7.5. Like, I think this still has some room. I make this good to 10, which means like you could bet it to 8.5 in my world. But
I'm not taking the 10 points with the Bills at the Dolphins because the last time I did, they went down there and the heat bothered the Bills clearly last season.
But it's cold in Miami right now.
Nah, man, I'm not buying it. I just don't. The Bills win. I'm just not going to touch a 10-point spread. I'm not gonna.
That no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Sure, and they did. You were right. Last week, if you should have gone head to head with me, you gotten yourself a Bills jersey or whatever.
2 in a row, because I had you on the Dallas game too.
Yeah, the Dallas game too.
Yeah, I'm the one losing and fucking pick them every week. You tell me how that happens.
It's because it's like my one thumb that's sticking out each week. My frustration comes from that. I feel like I've been so good at picking teams to win outside of the best teams in the NFL. And every time they go head to head, I pick the wrong team. Like the Chiefs.
He was really frustrated at the, just like he's as I was, and we talked about the challenge ahead to get ready for the Chargers, and that was kind of the extent of it.
Did you see him screaming? I've never seen Mike McDaniel scream. He was screaming at people on the sidelines.
Are they playing on Sunday? What's the time on this game? Sunday at 1?
The right teams that said, Ryan, I'm in the 99th percentile. I'm in a good spot. It's just, the Bills had no business winning that game against the Chiefs. I watched it. The Chiefs look like the better football team. Josh Allen is just a superhero. That's all I can say is Josh Allen is just a superhero. So they're playing
Patrick Mahomes also didn't complete half of his passes. That's pretty amazing.
They struggled to push the ball down the field. I think their game plan was to attack downfield against the Bills, and they could not push the ball downfield. It was actually kind of wild. I watched it, and they just, do you want to get on camera for a second?
Oh, I look terrible.
The Mrs. Smash won't go on camera because she quote unquote looks.
So
terrible.
Sunday at 1:00 in Miami, it's going to be roughly 75 degrees.
That may as well be 105 to Buffalo, where it was like 28 degrees this last.
No, that's like football. Like that's like that's like the Indian summer game you get in like the first 2 weeks of the season where it's actually like nice and warm.
Oh my God. But in Ludington, that was always so humid. I hated it. I couldn't wait for 40 degrees. Like,
regardless, like it's not gonna 75 degrees in Miami is not gonna affect anyone. You're telling me the team that just steamrolled the quote unquote best
I wouldn't
team in
say
the NFL?
steamrolled. I wouldn't say 28-21 isn't steamrolled. That's not steamrolled. And Patrick Mahomes had a chance at the end of the game to even still tie it up. Like they didn't steamroll him. There was no steamrolling going on.
You know how I picked this game? If Jameis Winston's Miami's quarterback, then I can get involved. Also, just fire Mike. Like if Mike McDaniels was gone and Tua was gone, maybe I'd bet it. But I think I think McDermott just absolutely just mind dominates Mike McDaniels this week. I think he just like folds into himself like the dying star he is. This is it. This is the final like stand of Mike McDaniels.
I think this is wrong team favored. I think the Patriots are a better football team than Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have so many injuries that it's finally caught up to them. Also, Drake May is an NFL quarterback.
Drake May might be what overcomes Tampa's home field advantage here. Like, I don't know if Tampa's home field advantage matters in the sense that Drake May is a quarterback that kind of transcends, that type of thing. If he is as good of a player as he is playing currently.
I think you know what? I'm going to take it even a step further. I'm not even going to go with the spread. I think that's how sure I am the Patriots are going to win this game.
If you're not going to get a field goal, you might as well.
Granted, the Bucs have won a couple games by a point or two already, but there's so many injuries. They still don't have Bucky Irving back, which is wild. The Patriots defense is playing lights out. It's in the top 5 in the NFL. Drake May is playing high caliber ball.
Once again, it's football weather. They're getting Tampa's not going to be that much different than Miami. I mean, it might rain, but that's the only difference.
Yeah, I think that the Patriots. Well, it's wild to say this. I think they're going to make the damn playoffs. Wow.
Well, they're 7-2. They better make the fucking playoffs.
Well, but that's what's wild is that okay. Do you really feel confident saying that?
Yes. At this point, yes. Their schedule is easy enough. Yes, Tampa's a tough test, but after that, it's not tough again. They'll make the playoffs, no doubt. And they'll be one of the teams that keep the Kansas City Chiefs out if it keeps up the way it is.
And I agree, Ryan. Mrs. Smash, though she already left for trivia, is she never looks terrible.
Hold on. So she's going out with her girls for trivia?
She's going out with Clay and Hannah.
Okay, so she's going out with friends, though, and out in public, and she can't come on this show?
Well, that's how it rolls, man. She has to be top tier camera ready, I suppose.
I am literally wearing a Bills Mafia.
Come on, producer. You didn't coach her up.
I can produce as much as humanly possible. I mean, she's always invited.
We were talking about this before the show, but I gotta believe that the Seattle Seahawks can beat the Arizona Cardinals by a touchdown. I have to believe that based upon record, based upon everything.
What I like is we're getting this under 7, and we're only getting that because of last night's game. That's literally the only reason.
Yeah, I did
Dallas.
Cardinals are not a good football team,
but Dallas's defense sucks, right? I mean, that's really it. Maybe not anymore, but
yeah, I'm elite camera ready right now as I've been on 8. This is my 8th Zoom today.
It's a little crazy though to think that after losing to the Arizona Cardinals, Dallas just traded draft picks at 3, 5, and 1.
Their offense, I don't know, but in this game specifically, if they don't cover this by a touchdown, I have more questions about Seattle than I do about the Cardinals. The Cardinals are a middling team to lower. I do think they're better with Jacoby Brissett. Kyler's out 4 to 8 weeks. He can sit home and play Xbox. I think he's a cap casualty at the end of the season. There's no way they move on with Kyler Murray. He's in the last 2 years of his contract, and it was a bad contract. Marvin Harrison looks so much better at Jacoby Brissett throwing the football. I'll tell you that. Like, but the Seahawks defense is just playing lights out. They'll bounce back against a Cardinals team and cover.
Bounce back. I think they were good last week. I think
they weren't great. They won. They weren't great. Like
winning in the NFL is all that matters. I don't care about the week before.
The W is all that matters.
Just you are what your record says you are.
But we're not. We're not. That's the problem with the NFL.
Remember the Rampage commercial?
Not what the records are.
Do you remember the Rampage commercial?
Just win.
Win. It was on the board. That's all it said, and that's all it needed to say. That is the point of playing NFL games, is to win.
The Seahawks will win this game by a touchdown, though.
Yes.
This is a good question mark. It's at home for the Niners. Came in with a good victory last week. I got to believe that the Rams, as old as they are on offense, their youthful defense, and Kyron Williams is playing great. I got to believe the Rams win this by more than 4 points.
So Shanahan holds it at 11-7 all time. So that would say that there's probably value on San Francisco at home.
Sure there is. There is value here. I kind of want to lay San Francisco at a field goal. Lose by a field goal would be fine, but the difference is just that, like, I don't think McCaffrey finds it against a good Rams defense. And I will say this. Matt Stafford is playing MVP ball, Tim. Like,
all right. Yeah,
he is, like, straight up. He's never won an MVP. I think maybe this year might be his year to win an MVP if he stays healthy, right? That's the question mark. But Devontae Adams is found a niche as the wide receiver 2 there. Puka looked great. I think he left the game last week, but he's supposed to play against the Niners. I got to believe the Rams have too many weapons for the Niners to keep up. I have to believe that because the Rams look like the second best team in the NFC, right? If record matters, you are your record. You said it. The Rams should handle this game.
I mean, yes, but San Francisco is also a team with a winning record, and trends say that they're the better team in this instance, and they're at home, and I'm getting points, and I have who?
It takes grinding to be a king. Takes grinding to be a king. First round drop piece coming. Who is Mike Jones coming? Slap shining with the grilling woman. Slap shining with the grilling woman. I'm Mike Jones. Mike Jones, the one and only. You can't clone me. Got a lot of haters in the lot.
Mac is not going to be able to find the same.
Who? Mac Jones.
Oh my God. You really are. You would lay 3.5 to the Niners here.
Yeah, I get 3. You're giving me a field goal in a divisional game where my coach has an advantage over their coach.
You want to go head to head? I'll collect a Rams jersey.
No, I'm not going head to head. I'll just do it.
This is
Ryan said it. Ryan came out and said it. I'll say it. I am higher rated for sure.
I don't think the Seahawks beat the Rams. I don't think the Seahawks beat the Rams. The Rams get them twice in the second half of this season. I think the Seahawks go 0-2 against the Rams.
Yeah.
And that was the question mark I asked before the show. It's like the Seahawks don't play anybody. They don't play anybody. The only loss that really matters, they lost 17-14 to the Niners at the first game of the season.
Divisional.
They don't play anybody. I don't like 8.5, and I know the Lions are great with wide spreads. First of all, at the Commanders, they're historic. You want to talk about historical records? One win in my lifetime against the Washington Commanders or Redskins or whatever you want to say. One win my entire adult life and life as a fan of the Lions since 1990. And I still have memories. Forget last year, which I said I didn't want to see Jaden Daniels in the playoffs. I have memories of that 1991 title game where the Joe Gibbs just obliterated the Detroit Lions. I think the final score was 48-13 or 17, something like that. Like, I don't like 8.5, but I like the Lions to win.
The only reason why I say that's wrong is because it's Marcus Mariota, and I think baked into this number for the commies is some sort of home field advantage, and they very well might boo that team when it walks out of the tunnel because of what Dan Quinn did, getting his franchise quarterback injured, down 30 points.
Why was he still in the game? That's a real question. The difference just is like
it's his bad. He came out and he said it. He said it was his bad. He missed it.
The Lions haven't lost back-to-back games. The Lions haven't lost back-to-back games since 2022.
I don't think they'll lose this game, and I think
they're not going to lose this game. I just don't like 8.5. I don't like it. Like, their offense has answers that they need. And when you have that many question marks, and that's what's wild to say. People will dog on the defense for the game against the Vikings. Defense did not play a bad game. They were given short fields all day. But
you're not playing Justin Jefferson anymore. You're playing fat Debo and
Scary Terry's out. I know all of that.
Out.
I didn't like going to the command. If this was at home, I'd lay that 8.5 all day.
Well, yeah, then it would be 10.5. Then that would be the problem.
Going to Washington, a place where historically Detroit has not found, regardless of record for Washington, regardless of record, the Lions have not found success at Washington in my lifetime. I just don't love it.
Once again, you do have the point of it being outdoors.
It's outdoors,
which is
the
tough.
Commanders are a blitzing defense, and Goff has, even though historically is great against the blitz, he looked absolutely terrible last week against the blitz against Minnesota. There's clearly both Minnesota and the Packers brought pressure up the middle against the Lions. The Lions are down 3 offensive linemen. 3.
Yeah, what's his name got hurt? Their guard got hurt. We might have rain on Sunday in Washington as well.
That's it. Like, you know, if I were going to bet the over-under, I'd bet the under all day in this game. You know what? I'm going to lay it too. I'm going to lay Lions to win, but the under 49.5.
Well, the Lions better not lose to Washington or else you can kiss the fucking season goodbye. Ugh.
Yeah, like at 5-4.
It's funny, Ryan.
You could stick a fork. At 5-4, you'll stick a fork because there's no way. There's no way in the NFC this year they make the playoffs at a 5-4 unless they're barring a miracle. They would have to win out 7 games, and they have the most brutal schedule in the NFL.
We're gonna cover.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all gave me a chance to showcase what I could do when they tried to bury me, dog. But they can't bury what come from the dirt. Hey, let's get that big one, man. Let's keep on working, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. And bar, with the exception of that touchdown, which only Justin Jefferson could have caught, Amik Robertson turned in another great performance against Justin Jefferson. I love that character, man. He is awesome. I love him coming to the Lions 2 years ago. Like,
I think the Lions cover this. I think their defense just absolutely shuts down Washington after not being their fault, but still in some ways, like, you know, not winning. And then this is going to be a chance for everyone to make up for what they did last week, as the Lions tend to do. It's just
I hope so. I didn't like
it. To string together things. That's what
I think. The 2 things that have to happen on offense: one, you have to get Monty going. You have to get Monty going. Like, I think I know that Gibbs is the elite. I know it, but you got to get Monty going. He is what allows Gibbs to do his thing. I don't like how Johnny Morton has been starting the game with Gibbs in the game. Nope. Wear them down, running between the tackles, get some purchase, those 5-yard gains with Montgomery. Laporta, I think, has to have a big game. I would love to see Tesla get much more involved in this passing game because he's the only receiver with size. They're going to have to answer the bell, so to speak, in the fact that you have 3 offensive linemen with question marks, right? You have 2 guards. I mean, don't forget their rookie left too. The left guard's out for the season. The right guard is banged up. The left tackle is banged up. Sewell's banged up. He has shoulder problems. The only healthy player right now really is Ragnow. That's it. Or not Ragnow, the center that took over for him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, the Lions offensive line is dinged up. They do have the whole week to game plan for that, but you're digging pretty deep at this point. I don't know. Yeah, if the interior holds up, I think you're fine. It's just that's the question.
I don't. What do you think? Because I don't know, man. Like Harbaugh looked bad last week.
Oh, mama, I can hear you crying. You're so scared and all alone.
Yeah, Joel's
I
out
don't love
for
it.
the season. Joel is out for the season. Yep, I'm with you. We're together. Let's do it. Let's go together. You know what? Forget it. I'm not even gonna lay the spread. The Steelers go into the LA and they take care of business.
They got to, right? Like this makes complete sense, and I guess it makes no sense at all, which is probably why we'll be wrong. But I mean, the one thing you have here is the one thing I hate in this situation is you have the West Coast travel, which is always tough on teams.
Always tough, but it is Tomlin. And who do you, okay? This is weird. Who do you take, Tomlin or Harbaugh?
Honestly, I much prefer Tomlin in this situation. Harbaugh doesn't cover. They're both kind of the same coach in the sense that I like them as dogs or as like strong favorites against bad teams. But like when they're playing a good team,
No
like
renegade magic. Ryan says no renegade magic. I don't know, man. The Chargers looked bad last week.
Renegade is the friends we made along the way. Okay. The Renegade Magic is where you believe it is. Also, they're probably going to have home field advantage here. I think Pittsburgh's going to have more fans than the Chargers.
It does happen a lot today.
You take home field advantage out for the Chargers. I think Pittsburgh, to me, is a higher rated team. Pittsburgh just took care of business against the quote unquote best team in the AFC.
I gotta believe,
and I'm getting plus money with them.
I gotta believe the Steelers win this game just because Joel's out for the season and the Chargers struggle when he's not on the offensive line.
For the at very least, cover a field goal. I'm getting 3.
I'm not taking it.
This is
I'm with you. Black Magic wins. I'm with you. Game of the week.
It's a game of the week, yeah.
I'm taking the better football team to win this game. It's that simple, right?
I make it even, and I'm getting 2.5. I just think Philly's had their gremlin games, and Green Bay's had theirs, and I think Green Bay's games are worse. And Jordan Love is not overly good, and I think if Jalen Carter's in, then Philadelphia's defense is very, very hard to beat.
But that's a problem, Ryan. Their defense is amazing. They have an amazing defense. I just don't believe in Jordan Love. I don't believe in Jordan Love. He's an average quarterback. I've said it all along. And what cost them the game was, remember last week I said he has this tendency to loft the ball up and somehow his receivers come down with it. And I think you said like that's just part of his game, right? That caught him for 2 picks last week.
Oh yeah, almost should have been 3 when he threw it up to literally no one.
Like it,
the bridge to nowhere was pretty bad. I will say that.
That I can't believe the Panthers defender dropped it. It was right in his hands.
There's just situations I think on the field, and you know this as someone who's been on it. Like there are situations on the field where things are just too good to be true, and you're just sitting there and you're like, dude, there's no way. And then like when you go to catch it, you're just like, well.
I always had alligator arms anyway. I was never a great. That's why my senior year, all I did was rush the passer because they were like, this guy can't catch. And like it. I just think that the Eagles are the better football team, and the Packers are not elite, despite having an elite defense.
Once again, I get my more highly rated team plus money. I think it's again. I don't know if it's wrong team favored, but I do think it should be much closer to a pick'em. I definitely should be getting 1.5.
I don't know why it's a half. I feel like this should be a 0.5-point spread.
That's what I'm saying. Like Green Bay's getting a lot of credit for like Philadelphia plays outdoors too. It's not like Green Bay is going to get anything out of that. especially when like Philadelphia's default is run the ball.
Wait, didn't we already bet the Patriots?
Yeah, I think that's the end. I think we have Monday night. We were at Monday night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Monday night. I had to see. I was scrolling down and I saw this. I was like, wait a second, we already bet. Yeah, that's game of the week. Parlay. I got to deposit after we play again because Smashes have been having problems with location checkoffs, and it's a PC issue. But
yeah, it's too much Russian Bitcoin mining.
And I don't mind. I mind Bitcoin, and then I traded it for a car like an idiot in 2012. I should have mined Bitcoin. I would have been a millionaire. Daily wise, some of the matchups I like. I really like a lot of matchups this week. Actually, like
yeah, I think it's pretty open.
Jackson Dart at quarterback. I like Jonathan Taylor this week at running back. Receiver's a tough pick. Maybe Amon-Ra in a sloppy game against the Commanders. You can pay up for Amon-Ra, and he's going to have like 7-8 catches against a sloppy game, especially if it rains. I stay away from Buffalo going down to Miami. Unless you're playing Josh Allen in the cubes. If you're doing like studs and duds with Josh Allen and then like a bunch of $5,000 receivers, sure. But only bet Josh Allen these days with that team. Everybody wants to be on Dalton Kincaid this week. The Dolphins do a good job against tight end. Do not go with Dalton Kincaid this week. I don't care what he did last week. Do not go with Dalton Kincaid this week.
Well, I think it's a lot. I mean, that offense is also a lot like the old a lot like, I mean, Kansas City's offense could be a lot like this. New England's offense could be a lot like that, where it's always just another player.
Yeah, it's like whoever's open. And like it just happened that Dalton Kincaid was the guy who was like open, right?
Well, it's also set up that way, right? They're running all this different 12 personnel, and then they're running play action deep to their tight ends.
Some money might be found with either the Jaguars or the Texans. Just because I bet you they're going to devalue Jaguars offensive players against the Texans, and you have a point in that the Texans could drop this game. I just don't think that, that defense is too elite. There's money with the Giants. There's money with the Bears. Ravens are going to be too expensive against the Vikings.
So if you really believe in Detroit's defense is a stinker, then, you get Marcus Mariota for $5,300.
I think that's too expensive. If you were $4,900, I might consider it because that extra
you can get your boy Mac Mills versus Jacksonville.
That wouldn't be bad. I bet you. So don't forget, Mills averaged like, I want to say 270 a game when he was starting, and now he did have DeAndre Hopkins to throw to.
You can also get Jacoby Brissett against Seattle for $4,600, or you can get Dylan Gabriel against the Jets for $4,400. Oh man, or we're digging into the bargain basement here, baby.
Bargain basement.
Tyler Shaw
against the Panthers, but they just shut down Jordan Love. I'm not going to do that. They just shut down Jordan Love.
Yeah, but just saying.
I do think Rico Dowdle, if he's 6,000, I play him against the Saints this week. You could probably find some value with the Patriots at the Buccaneers.
Rico's 6,300, so you're right in the range.
I like any Rams against the Niners, just as banged up as they are. Maybe some value with the Steelers, though I only like their tight ends right now, especially after DK Metcalf laid an egg last week. You won't find any value as the Eagles-Packers, I don't think. I don't think you'll find any value there in daily. So,
well, with Tucker Kraft out, you might find something in Dobbs just being the target hog.
Yeah, it might not be. Justin Fields against the Browns. That might not be bad. Maybe I play that. Do I play it again? I played it twice and gotten burned this season. Do I play it again? I got to believe he's like 5,700 against the Browns. I bet he's 5,700.
5,200, and he scored 20 points last week.
5,200 against the Browns. And Justin Fields against the Browns at 5,200. I like that. I like that a lot.
I don't think he's going to be that good against the Browns. Anytime he played a good defense, it's well. Let's see. Like, yeah, he played Denver. He scored 4.5 and 4 against Carolina. Like, I don't know. I don't think I like Justin Fields. I think
he hit all the high points. Any parting shots?
I don't think so. Yeah, let's see. Is there anyone particularly? Yeah, I do think there's a lot of value in Carolina this week. I mean, I just think there's a lot of room in that
Rico
game.
Dowdle's that cheap, I'm playing him. I'll tell you that.
And you and I might just be like, there just must be something. We might just be really off because I am off heavy on San Francisco and the Chargers.
The Rams are going to win that game, dude. The Rams are going to win that game. Come on now. Steelers and Rams.
Every time San Francisco beats me, that's my thing. It's like last week I would have said that San Francisco should have lost that game, or at least not won handedly, and they did. So
I bet San Francisco last week and I won. So
maybe you're right. But yeah, I know we're past our time. Obviously, producer doesn't like that. Like and subscribe to the Seeing Snobs. We're through Halloween, but there's still a lot of good content on there. Or if you just want to catch up on all the Halloween content, there's still a lot to catch up on. Think they put out like 5-6 shows a week sometimes. So with that, thanks for coming. We'll probably be back to Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, this one was my fault. I have conferences tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah, prior engagement, so it just doesn't matter. Regardless, I'm able to do Wednesday and Thursday this week, but we'll be probably back Wednesday or Thursday next week. So everyone, thanks for coming, and we'll talk to you all later.